I told our guys I think it's the deepest we've been in the secondary since we've been here, as far as top to bottom. Top to bottom. I'm not saying, obviously our 2013 secondary was pretty good, all right? But these guys, top to bottom, the competition in that room is strong, is really strong, which is going to make us stronger as a secondary. So they're working hard, doing well, and we should be much improved.
That defense has still been good of late, but just not the dominant defense we had become used to seeing from MSU. The points per game, passing yards allowed, passing efficiency, total yards, yards per play, they've all gotten worse over the last 3 years. Let's see how they plan to fix that this season.
Pleased to be joined by a couple of stars of the Michigan State defense, safety Demetrious Cox, linebacker Riley Bullough. Riley, I want to start with you. You're an experienced returning player. You were on the leadership council a year ago. This is kind of an inexperienced group as a whole. So what have you done in particular to help lead?
Yeah, it is. But, for me, it's trying to bring the younger guys, along. They got a lot to learn. A lot of the guys don't have as much game experience as some of the older guys. But, that's football, and that's how it works. But, so far this camp, I think the young guys have stepped up and done a great job. And I'm excited for them to get out there and show people what they can do.
Demetrious, let's talk a little bit about that secondary. I know you didn't have quite the year you guys probably wanted last year, but you essentially have the bulk of that group coming back. How's it come together so far here in camp?
I feel like we have a lot more experience coming back. A lot of guys, playing with a lot better technique, a step ahead of certain plays. Just because, of that year experience of being thrown out there to the dogs last year. And, guys are flying around. I feel like everybody's playing a lot faster, instead of, kind of thinking first and then reacting.
Riley, it's funny. Your time here has really flown by because there was a spring. Coach D'Antonio said, don't tell anybody he's playing running back.
Yeah,
he was out there playing running back.
Yep.
Can you just imagine how you've grown since then?
Yeah, I still remember that day I was in class and I got a call from Coach D telling me to come to his office. And at first I thought I was in trouble for something, and then he told me I'm running back. But, just coming, that was 3 years ago now. Got my first real start last year, played the whole season. So, I feel like I've grown up a lot and matured as a leader is a big thing. So that's exciting, going into, my 5th year, my senior year.
I know you guys are well aware of this, but there are some who question whether Michigan State has what it takes with all the personnel losses from last year to repeat as Big Ten champs. What are your goals for this team? What would be a success?
I said it in my senior speech the other day. I've been to Big Ten champs. I've been in the Rose Bowl. So I feel like we still have underachieved. And the senior class, coming out every day, we feel like we have what it takes, and we come out with a passion that we want to be national champs. So, that's what the goal is for sure.
Yeah, it's always reaching higher is what we always talk about. But the first goal that comes to my mind is, repeat Big Ten champs. We talk about it all the time, back-to-back. Coach D doesn't hide the fact of what's in front of us. He tells us how it is. So I think we got to attack that goal. And that starts here, in a couple weeks when we open up against Furman.
Riley Bullough, Demetrious Cox. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.